So Harvey, what do you think of this nice little corporate bubble here? Do you think it's a metaphor for maybe people's lives?
I think absolutely. It's a bubble, that's, you know.
What else do you need?
Most people live in bubbles, so...
Should we try and walk into the bubble?
Drive around in bubbles.
Okay, just for the camera, there's security and people queuing to get into the actual bubble. So we're just going to try and see if we can avoid the security which are directly ahead of us and just run in and get our megaphones out in the bubble.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am stuck in the matrix. I need to escape the matrix. I am stuck in a corporate controlled grid bubble. Please can someone save me from the matrix? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the corporate bubble brought to you by Peugeot, or Peugeot, whichever way you want to pronounce the dragon-branded car brand. This little bubble here is a perfect metaphor for the bubble that the corporate-controlled world has got us all into. We used to believe in things like honor and freedom and nature, but now we seem to spend our time entertaining ourselves by actually queuing to come and have a look at an advert. This is the most ridiculous thing. So, look at this. If anyone tries to act a little bit out of the ordinary by using a megaphone and criticizing the corporate world, you will have men like this gentleman ahead of me with a radio security guard calling up for backup, because surely the only things that are allowed to get into your head are messages from the corporations. Like this big bubble advert, but sometimes the advertising companies get it right. This is the corporate bubble that we are living in. And you yourself are that tiny little robotic car, all lonely in the middle, and no one can get in. If you try and touch the car in the bubble, you're kept out because it's wrapped up in its nice little condom of advertising. Nice thing. So yeah, don't waste your time actually enjoying the company of your friends. Queue up to have a look at this stupid little car brought to you by a nice big corporation which has obviously spent quite a considerable sum of money to have this ridiculous advert bubble planted here into one of the most beautiful historic squares in London. Anyway, this is nothing against the staff that work here, but you know, you guys are as controlled as we are. Hold on, someone's touching my shoulder. It feels very nice. A little bit lower down would be nice.
Sure.
Have a chat.
Yeah, of course you can. Sorry?
What's all this about?
This is a Peugeot advert, and we run a comedy YouTube channel, just trying to explore the idea that we've gone from being human beings into nice obedient slaves in a kind of cattle ranch.
Because we're going in the bubble.
Yes, that's the perfect metaphor to me, is that. What's wrong? Why can't we stay? This is a public area.
Yeah, it's not public. It's a public.
Dude, it looks pretty public to me. Like, look at all these people.
Well, it's the market. It's private property.
No, it's actually corporate property. There's three types of property. There's corporate property, private property, and there's also
This is our property.
This is not the...
No, don't worry, these guys are just doing their jobs, aren't they?
I know, yeah. It's not against you guys. We're actually...
Let's
Let's talk about the thing here. All right. Actually, yeah, let's go over here.
I really want to understand, seriously.
Yeah.
It's a channel for YouTube,
Yeah, yeah.
and what's upset you is the...
No. It's not even just the bubble. That we just found was too perfect a metaphor for our message to ignore. So we actually queued for 10 minutes and went in.
Yeah.
And we just kind of got the megaphones out and started filming. But what we also like to remind people is that they don't need all this shopping. They don't need these meat-headed security guards, which you put so well. They're only doing their job. But we don't need all this control. We used to jump for joy. We used to be happy. We used to cry. We used to scream.
Is it the advertising? that's the problem, or what they're trying? I don't. You know, what,
Well, obviously they have very, very, very well-paid psychologists that know how to attract people. And it's a very attractive thing, but it's just another layer in the matrix of people walking around.
I went to a thing on Wednesday about
Yeah.
this, which is why I was interested.
Yeah.
And I spoke to the guy that designed the car, and I asked, "What's the point of what you're doing?"
Oh, so
They're
can you
going-
put
they're
the
going
camera a bit
to-
closer to you because the microphone's not so good?
No, sorry. Don't
Yeah, okay,
don't put
okay.
on film, you know.
Okay.
But I'm interested in it from a marketing point of view and
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And what he was saying to me is, we're taking it around to different Berlin and all those sort of places. They want to know what people think about the car.
Oh, about
It's
the
not
car.
about-
You work for Peugeot.
I do.
Oh, that's what. Oh, but you've been really nice.
But it's not about the car. It's actually about. So it's not about the bubble or the advertising. It's about. Do people think that a concept like this or an idea like this has got a place?
Well, I'd say it has a place, but not in the nice old
It's-
square of Covent Garden. There's enough corporate messages here without a gigantic advert.
But it's actually about finding out
Yeah.
if people like the idea of
Yeah,
an
I know.
eco-friendly.
But you have to understand, most people in the trance, which is why you
around.
marketing guys get into the
I'm actually not a
mindset.
marketing guy. I just put that straight. I actually,
Psychologist?
I'm a product manager.
Project manager.
Product manager.
Okay, but can you
So
see how this
the
has
guys
obviously
are-
evoked
no, I
a
do.
strong reaction in us? Because I'm not going to buy a Peugeot. Well, I'm not going to buy a car anyway. But it's just overly corporate, and it's very, very robotic,
No,
and it
I
just
understand that.
it
I
just to me it
understand
lowers the
your-
tone of the whole area by having this wonderfully, because you know
chose the wrong area, you chose the wrong
No,
area.
no, dude, any area is not right for this kind of overly over the
If you
top
want to get-
advertising.
If you want to get some ideas from people about
But dude, that's the
something
thing. We
new,
don't think
where-
you should be
where-
getting ideas from people, because you shouldn't be working for the man like this. You seem like a creative, clever, intelligent guy. What if you actually followed your dream and left? Dude, you're working for the big
No, I'm
corporation.
really interested to know, because what they're trying to do.
No, dude, no, you're giving me robot talk now. Why don't you personally do something amazing with your life, with your creativity, instead of pushing products?
You don't know what to do with my life.
No, but I do know, because you're a product manager for Peugeot.
Because I quite like design and I quite like cars.
Dude, but you could be doing something rather than selling cars which are A, destroying the planet, B, just keeping us in little metal coffins.
This is a zero emissions vehicle. It's trying to be
Dude,
different.
I bet the fuel cells in that battery aren't zero, like when you dispose of them.
This is very, very early stages of trying to do something that is a bit different.
Yeah.
And I think probably what we're trying to do is find out a bit about. Thank you.
Oh no, I'm not shouting. I'm not shouting at you. Just point the
It costs me
microphone.
my job.
I know.
What I'm trying to do is understand, because the whole point of doing this is to get feedback.
Feedback, yeah.
And what you guys are doing, you know, for all the right reasons, is giving us some of your feedback.
Oh, but you know we're not doing that to give you feedback to use in
But
marketing.
if you're saying that we think the car's wrong, that's
No,
what
it's
we
the delivery that's wrong.
Where did the
Which
idea
is
for
slightly
the bubble? Where did the idea of the bubble come from? Was it intentionally?
I don't know about the bubble side of things. All I know is the guy that's designed the car is trying to think about what does the urban environment need, which is a cost-effective, a very inoffensive way of getting people from A to B in a city. And that's
Yeah.
what he's trying to do. And I'm a
But what
bit
about
upset.
walking and riding a bicycle?
This is supposed to be a bit more like riding a bike.
Mate, it's
zero
look at it,
emissions.
look at it.
Just
bet it's
the
made-
style don't like.
No, the style's fine. It looks really like futuristic and cool, but it's just another like metal coffin for people to put themselves in, rather than walking down the street and interacting with people. And like, as I say, like I used to work in financial services. Luckily, I got made redundant, and now I'm a crazy idiot. But I run a comedy YouTube channel now, and it's picking up. But it's just we want to engage with human beings like you and say that we live in a very strange matrix world, and it's the corporations that create our reality everywhere we go. With all the branding, yeah.
No,
I know.
understand. I was really interested to know if the car's going to cause an issue, because it's the first time that I can remember someone's. Well, people do it every now and then, electric cars.
Yeah.
But trying to think about something different, you know, for automotive people, which isn't just about big cars that use loads of fuel, that
Yeah.
use up space on the road. This is the complete antithesis to this.
Yeah.
It's not really easy. And I understand your fuel cell idea, and again, this is technology that's emerging.
Yeah, it's new.
It's only now becoming affordable, and you're right. You need to find ways of disposing of the lithium batteries. But as a piece of machinery, you know, no different from a bike or a moped, it's just an interesting idea.
Oh no.
And your point of view is as valid as anybody else's.
Yes.
Which is why I was keen to understand it, because you clearly have some really strong feelings about it.
Oh yeah.
But it's Peugeot started off making pepper mills, and then they started making bikes, and then they made mopeds.
Yeah.
And we got into cars and all that sort of stuff. But this is kind of almost trying to get back to the bike.
Yeah.
Which is why
I see what you mean.
I wanted you to understand it.